On 12 May 2020, our Honourable Prime Minister announced a rupees 20 lakh crore COVID relief package before the entire nation.
मैं आज एक विशेष आर्थिक पैकेज की घोषणा कर रहा हूं। ये आर्थिक पैकेज आत्मनिर्भर भारत अभियान की अहम कड़ी के तौर पर काम करेगा। तो ये करीब करीब 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए का है। कल से शुरू करके आने वाले कुछ दिनों तक वित्त मंत्री जी द्वारा आपको आत्मनिर्भर भारत अभियान से प्रेरित इस आर्थिक पैकेज की विस्तार से जानकारी दी जाएगी।
Like me, you, also a citizen of this country, must be thinking, how will the 20 lakh crore relief package affect me? Are you a business owner? Are you an Indian business owner operating an enterprise in India? Is your business shut due to COVID? Are you defaulting on your EMIs? Are you defaulting on your secured and unsecured loans? Are you wondering how to pay your staff every month? Are you wondering how long can you keep your business afloat? Like me, as a citizen of this country, were you eagerly waiting for a relief package from the government that would have relieved you from all these worries? Hello, I'm Nazia Yusuf Izuddin, and to learn about where we as citizens stand in these matters and more, welcome to Featuring Citizen. On the 12th of May 2020, our Honourable Prime Minister announced a COVID relief package measure of rupees 20 lakh crore. In the days that followed, the Honourable Finance Minister, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, began sharing details of the stimulus packages that is meant to revitalize the Indian economy affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Economic Times reported that according to a professor of economics at Columbia University, this package is aimed at giving jobs. As an employer, and on behalf of the many families that depend on my business for employment, for revenue, for salaries, I have a few concerns, which are not too different from yours, my fellow citizens. As a big relief measure, the Finance Minister said banks will provide rupees 3 lakh crores as automatic collateral-free loans to standard MSMEs. The immediate answer I want to understand is whether the solution to all my financial problems and those of my employees lie in this relief measure. But I realize that in order to find out whether our problems as a business owner and employer will be solved through this measure, we first have to inquire and then clarify many basic definitions such as what is an MSME? What is a standard MSME? And most importantly, are we eligible for this package? We will get to these one by one. Firstly, let's understand the figure of rupees 3 lakh crores. Rupees 3 lakh crores sounds like a lot of money. It has so many zeros I cannot even count them. Concern number one, is rupees 3 lakh crore really a lot? And will I get any benefit from this scheme? Rupees 3 lakh crore sounds like a lot, and the government says it is meant to take care of more than 45 lakh MSMEs. The announcement makes me want to jump with joy, but then I did the math. If you can count the number of micro, small and medium-sized businesses in every street, of every block, in every district, spanning across all the states and union territories of our very large country, it is very easy to understand that the number would be much higher than 45 lakhs. The number of shops, salons, restaurants, pubs, barber shops, dry cleaners, bread shops, bakers, milk shops and dairies, samosa shops, shoe shops, clothes shops, bag shops, automobile repair workshops, vegetable vendors. All these alone will be more than 45 lakhs and far higher. The rough common sense driven calculation done by us normal citizens without any complicated data or analysis will raise this foremost worry that if only 45 lakh MSMEs can benefit, then a large majority of micro, small and medium businesses will continue to be left out from availing any benefit from this specific rupees 3 lakh crore package relief. It also seems very apparent that most businesses that are actually micro, small, and medium are not going to fall under the category of MSME because of fundamental technical and legal issues. That is what we're going to look into now. Let's have a quick look at what these technical and legal issues are that will affect actual micro, small, and medium businesses of this country. Concern number 2. In order for anyone to be even eligible to benefit from the rupees 3 lakh crore relief scheme intended for MSMEs, you have to be not just any MSME, but a standard MSME. So here's the first technicality all of us business owners will need to address, solve, and ask ourselves at the very first juncture. Am I an MSME? Am I a micro, small, or medium enterprise as per the law of this country? How do I and how can I get categorized as an MSME in the eyes of the law? As per the official website of the government for micro, small, and medium enterprises, this is what the government defines as an MSME. MSMEs are classified into 2 categories: manufacturing enterprises and service enterprises. Manufacturing enterprises are defined in terms of the amount of money invested in plant and machinery, and service enterprises are also defined in terms of the amount of money invested in equipment. Investment in plant and machinery and investment in equipment implies the same meaning. It is the same thing. Now, even the person who had to type it out was left wondering, what are they typing? A simple read shows that there is no distinction between service or manufacturing. Now I'm confused. And now if you move past the definitions, it gets even more confusing. I went on the government's website very confident that the website will give me ready and clear answers to help me understand technically what category is my business. I thought a quick reading of the definition of MSME will give us instant answers and solve our very first problem, bringing us closer to receiving money from the rupees 3 lakh crore package. The step of getting recognized by the government technically as a micro, small, or medium enterprise. However, after reading the definition on the website, my first step remains unresolved, and the second question immediately pops up into my mind. The second question in the mind of a business owner after reading this definition is, how do I evaluate what type of business am I? Micro, small, or medium? For that, let's first take a look at the micro enterprises for the service sector. How much is the investment it takes for it to be classified as a micro enterprise? Well, the website says investment in equipment that does not exceed 10 lakh rupees. Now, why does this definition not mention whether it is 10 lakhs daily, 10 lakhs weekly, 10 lakhs monthly, 10 lakhs annually, or 10 lakhs lifetime? Say, for example, if you're a restaurant owner and your investment in equipment is rupees 10 lakh a year, are you a micro enterprise, a small enterprise, or a medium enterprise? The definitions are so vague and not specific that it leaves a reader totally confused. That means the citizen finds it very difficult to evaluate which category does my business fall into. The other appalling aspect is how the government chose to define MSMEs solely and only based on how much money is invested in equipment or money invested in plant and machinery, whether it is manufacturing or service. Every business owner knows that a business takes much more than equipment and plant and machinery. In the service sector, investment in human resource is sometimes larger than investment in equipment. Why has the government ignored such crucial and practical aspects of a business while framing these definitions and policies? Especially when these definitions are ultimately what will define the future of businesses and business owners of this country. And most importantly, these definitions are going to decide whether we will get money from the rupees 3 lakh crore relief package. The definitions exclude so many of us citizens who are toiling in the marketplace daily. Looks like the people who made these definitions did not pay a visit to the marketplace. who came up with these MSME definitions. Concern number 3. The amount will be 100% guaranteed by the Government of India. Now, if you overcome the hurdles of definition and finally fit in technically to one of these categories, micro, small, or medium, then the next concern to be addressed is, how do I get 100% guarantee from the Government of India? So how does this work? Which are the banks that will give me this collateral-free credit? What are the forms that I have to fill in? Do I need to fill a lot of forms? From where will these forms be available? What is the rate of interest? When will this loan be available? And how fast will the government release the funds to me? When do I need to start repaying it? Well, of course, all this is assuming that I'm eligible for this collateral-free credit. Why is the Finance Minister not telling me clearly whether I'm eligible or not? Now, should I hire an economics professor to facilitate my loan? Concern number 4. The Finance Minister said that the government will also provide credit guarantee to banks and non-banking finance companies for both principal and interest till 31 October under this scheme. Now, this means that the government will stand as a guarantee for loans to nationalized banks and non-banking finance companies for the principal amount of any loan availed and for the interest amount. Now, here is a question. The government announcement is silent on whether this means that the government will be the guarantor for all the current outstanding loans in this country till 31 October? Does this mean that the government will pay my outstanding principal and interest before 31 October until 31 October? 31 October 2020. That is not very far away. Now, 31 October seems like a very short guarantee period. Under the current lockdown provisions, I'm not sure when I will start getting revenue from my business. Or will my clients come, or will they spend money, or will they even have money to spend? The government should ideally keep this option open till the end of the year, 2021 at least, in order to truly save any business. The government must ideally stand as guarantee for at least 1 or 2 years to revive businesses and to truly bail out businesses that can survive in the future. Concern number 5. The Finance Minister said that the measures that they have announced focused on getting back to work, that is, enabling employees and employers, businesses, especially micro, small and medium enterprises, to get back to production and workers back to gainful employment. Now, does the Finance Minister mean industrial production? Is the Finance Minister thinking about micro, small and medium factories when she says MSME? Is the phrase get back to production inclusive enough? What about the very large MSME sector that is not in production but in services? What about the services that are completely made in India, given in India, and given to customers in person? Think of your home community, the salon owners in your neighborhood, the restaurant owners, cafe owners, bed and breakfast run by independent homeowners, the bakers, the carpet maker, the random jobs contractor who was supposed to repaint your walls and fix your roof before the monsoons. Now, another segment that is affected the most are businesses in giving personal services and experiences, hospitality, tourism, in-person education, training, skilling, electrical jobs, plumbing, cleaning services. How will they get back to giving and getting gainful employment? Where are they in this policy? Does the Finance Minister mean that all employment and all revenue and all jobs and all businesses are reliant on production? Concern number 6. Another measure that was announced was 20,000 crore rupees subordinate debt for stressed MSMEs. It states that banks are expected to provide the subordinate debt to promoters of such MSMEs equal to 15% of his existing stake in the unit, subject to a maximum of rupees 75 lakhs. What this means is, no matter what my worth, the maximum credit I will be eligible for is an amount of rupees 75 lakhs to get me out of distress. This is similar to when Zomato says that you get 50% off your order up to rupees 50. So even if I order food for rupees 150 or rupees 900, I will only get rupees 50 off. So what's up with that, Zomato? But this formula does not distinguish between micro, small, or medium enterprises. Who made this formula? Why have they not accounted for the different categories? Also, will all banks extend this loan? Will it be one time or broken into installments? When will it be available? When will the payment start? Will there be an interest on this loan? Why is the finance minister not being clear on this and not telling us all the details? We may want to breathe a huge sigh of relief or find comfort while searching through the words in the policy. But we're confronted with too many vague words and definitions, and that makes us only sit and wonder, where is the relief in this package? The relief package is in code words and incomplete, and there are no details anywhere that will help us navigate further. So on this point, we hit an absolute roadblock. This relief measure is not reaching the citizen through a direct and easy way. Concern number 7. Rupees 50,000 crores equity infusion through MSME fund of funds. The government will set up a fund of funds with a corpus of rupees 10,000 crores that will provide equity funding support for MSMEs. The fund of funds shall be operated through a mother and a few daughter funds. Mother and daughter? Who's mother and daughter? What does this fund even imply for your restaurant in Khan Market or your artificial jewelry store in Janpat? Well, we're busy thinking of how to save our business, and we're excited that rupees 50,000 crores will be infused into the economy. I am hitting another confusing roadblock. This is yet another relief measure that does not make its way straight to the citizen as relief.
Concern number 8. New definition of MSME.
Definition of MSME will be revised by raising the investment limit. An additional criteria of turnover also is being introduced. The distinction between manufacturing and service sectors will also be eliminated. So here is what happened. The FM announced a package for MSMEs. And at the end of the briefing, the FM says that the definition of MSME will change. Should this not have been the first thing that the FM should have revealed even before the package, or at least along with the package? And what a disaster to eliminate the distinction between manufacturing and service sectors. Service and manufacturing are as different as fisheries and aviation. Just like how fisheries and aviation needs 2 ministries, so does service and manufacturing. They need their own individual ministries. By removing that distinction in the definition of MSMEs, the government is now closing doors to expand the economic opportunities that can vastly be brought in through detailed policy improvements. Improvements that will affect various service-oriented enterprises such as hospitality and tourism, services, goods services, automobile services, transport services, beauty services, garment services, to name a few. The needs of these businesses are very different from the needs of manufacturing businesses. Therefore, 2 separate ministries will allow to devise keen, focused, and customized industry-friendly and market-specific policies, guidelines, and relief to address manufacturing differently and services differently. Combining them will only limit the already limited market space that is being pushed more and more into manufacturing as an alternative to the Chinese market. But India's domestic economy is vastly service sector centric, and ignoring this will affect domestic industries and local client centric services. Concern number 9. Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. The finance minister said that the goal is to build a self-reliant India, and that is why the economic package is called Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Citing the pillars on which the finance minister seeks to build Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, she said 4 words: land, labor, liquidity, and law. 4 words that start with the letter L. It seems that the division of the government that comes with these buzzwords and titles are the only ones that know what they're doing or saying. Atmanirbhar means self-reliant. Is the finance minister saying that with or without this package, you must only and only rely on yourself? Well, there is a 5th L that she has not told us about, the one that actually matters. Lord Almighty. Rely on the Lord, for only God can help you.
To summarize, the reason why this relief package does not offer relief directly to the citizen is because of these problems in the package. Number 1, the definition of MSME is unclear. Number 2, government has not announced a new definition yet. Number 3, it is anticipated that the new definition does not distinguish between service sector and manufacturing sector. Number 4, enterprises in service sector will be affected even more because the relief measures are not tuned to the needs of the service industry. Number 5, the government is also vague on what it means by the term standard MSME. Number 6, the government has not notified whether MSMEs need to mandatorily be registered under the ministry to avail this relief. Number 7, even if any MSME qualifies, the maximum relief available to each enterprise will only be Rs 75 lakhs. Number 8, participating banks have not been announced yet. Number 9, the process of applying for this collateral-free loan has not been announced yet. Number 10, a very large number of struggling enterprises will be left out and will continue to struggle or die as there is no simple direct scheme to help them. And that is because the evaluation criterion is wrong and not in sync with parameters that govern the actual working of a service enterprise. In our next episode, we will share possible solutions to these problems. Till then,
let's hope that in the coming weeks that we will get more clarification on these policies. If you have enjoyed this video and you wish to see more such content, please do subscribe to Featuring Citizen and also like and share this video. Thank you for watching and see you next time.